A manga actually costs like $10 to make. It's a pen and paper. When you're making a big movie, you have to appeal to a wide range of audience so that people can feel like this is a movie that speaks to them, whether they know a thing about a manga or not. We give it a cinematic story that's relatable.
It's a harsh world down here.
You gotta be willing to do what it takes.
Alita, run!
This kind of particular sci-fi that we're doing is really grounded and very real so that you buy the fantasy. So if a design in the graphic novel doesn't translate to real world because it's too whimsical or just not doable, we'd have to alter it so that you believe what you're seeing and it doesn't just start getting too fantastical, otherwise it stops being relatable. So sometimes we could take something right out of the graphic novel and build a real version of it and it would work. Other times we'd have to change it.
I think there's a really interesting circle that happens, that the panels of the graphic novel act as this incredible inspiration. We go out there and make the shots and create the movie, and then we go, wait a second, let's look at that frame of the movie, and it matches back up with the panel that was there.
Very amazing.
Well, I'd bring my manga into the video village, and I'd say, dude, this is an exact, and it wasn't even meant that way some of the time. Like, this is an exact, like, we are hitting this exact motion almost on accident.
If you open up the page, you'll find an exact shot of this right now. It looks just like this, even the lettering and the typeface.
Tonight is not a game, it is a hunt.
There's a city that's floating in the sky, that's the place that people aspire to get to. And then there's the world where the majority of people are, which is the place that serves those lucky few, you know, the place that provides industry and entertainment. Similarly, there's great disparity between the way a few live in our society and the majority of people live.
The physical set was actually huge. It wasn't anything near as big as what it looks like on screen, but it was big. You know, Robert created that physical set, so when we were there, it felt like a normal set. Like, really, it didn't feel like it was this big CGI movie or anything like that. We kind of just inhabited this space and lived in it. Then to see it on screen and to see how much they'd enhanced it, to see the world building, the size of it, the scale of it was just like, whoa, that was amazing.
The work of distilling those stories into this script was done by James Cameron, and I liked the focus that he gave it. I liked the focus of the sort of father-daughter story. I felt like if anyone could execute this beautifully, it would be him and his team, because he's championed women in his films in the past, you know? And at the center of this is this young teenage girl.
One thing that we're inspired by, Jim in particular, was the manga eyes that he gave, you know, Alita. She had these large eyes, which are the windows to the soul. He is always his goal, back when he was going to direct it, to do a CG version of that, photoreal, and it also services the story and the character because you're seeing the world through her eyes. A lot of technology we had to create in order to make it believable and real, and you needed to have an actress that could power that so that you could relate to her through that character.
I love the way she sees things, that she's not cynical, that she sees beauty everywhere, that she marvels at what's here. And I love that she's also capable of destruction and violence, and that it's not just like a fairy tale that she's only pure and good. She is these other things too that she has to learn to tame and harness and focus.
The costume was a CGI mocap suit. So, you know, every day I'd come out of prosthetics, put on my grey pajamas, get calibrated by the technical team and go out there and run around in looking like a Teletubby, like the most badass Teletubby. Everyone else was wearing normal clothes and you're running around wearing this. The only other people that were really wearing it was Rosa, who plays Alita. And so, you know, we were like the Teletubby crew in the midst of it.
Working with a visionary like Robert, you know where you're going, which is such a gift for an actor to know what you're trying to achieve, and that idea doesn't get skewed along the way. When the movie was over, John came down, he said, well, did you like it? I'm like, I love it. And we talked about it for a while, and I went, and he's like, what? I'm like, well, I did that thing, like with my mouth that I do. Like, I have like this little idiosyncratic behavior that I see that I myself do on screen all the time, and it just drives me crazy. It's like a flicker in my mouth, and he's like, you're looking at a CGI model, like, and you're seeing your performance, and he's like, we kept our end of the deal, because I was like, hey, I better see my performance up there.
In that moment, she forgot. In that moment, she was just seeing her performance up there, and that's the strength of her performance. That's the strength of what Wedded Digital was able to do.
Yeah.
That's the strength of Robert never letting anybody lose sight of what's important.
That's right.
And it's the heart that the actor gives us.